Well, that's my cue, sports fans. Oh, yeah, here we go with another edition. Day 637. That's right. 637 consecutive RobLynn Live network productions of RobLynn Live and Ali.
The Wonder Dog.
True, and even truer. Okay, this is 21 May 2024, and I'd like to start the program out by saying a happy birthday to my oldest son, uh, who's making me an old man. He's 51 and I'm 101, it seems like. So happy birthday to you, Stephen. He's traveling the country for his job today and away from home, but I know he'll find a steak dinner somewhere. There's no doubt in my mind that boy is going to find him some prime steak, maybe even a potato, some onion rings, maybe even a beer or two or three.
Yeah.
Don't drink or dive, son. You know the rules. All right. Happy birthday, Stephen H. Oh, man, 51. I don't even remember 51. Okay, well, let's move along. Do you, RobLynn, live? I'm going to say it again. I'm going to shout it from the highest tree here in Madeira Beach, Florida. Do you, RobLynn, live? And I know you do. We've been banging it big time these days. We're well over 100 participants between YouTube and between OConnect and YouTube. We're very proud of that, very pleased with that, and we will continue that as we provide a daily, interesting, we feel, valuable topic. And tonight is no exception there, we feel. We hope you're going to enjoy our little program here as we talk about tonight's topic, which is DNA testing. Oh, yeah.
I'm interested in it.
DNA testing. This is a topic that Lynn has mentioned before and decided that tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go out and get DNA tested tonight to see if I'm really Robert Gorman. No. It's a good topic. Excuse me, it's a solid topic, and it's something we need to know about because DNA testing at some point affects us all. Okay? I don't care whether you're doing an ancestry.com check on yourself, if you're involved in some sort of a uh, not that you're doing a crime, but somehow someone has perpetrated a crime upon you and your family. DNA testing can be used along those lines. In sports medicines, DNA testing is always done to determine the right program to train. So we'll get after it in just a minute. But first, I'd like to say, go to RobLynnLive.com. Once again, go to RobLynnLive.com. And what are you going to get there? What?
Gotta sing a little softer or it's distorted.
Oh, RobLynnLive.com.
That's much better.
Okay. I like it loud. Okay. Well, I may like it. Some like it loud. Some like it soft. So you like it soft, so we'll do it soft. Here we go now. Now, when you go to RobLynnLive.com, it pulls up Lynn Mie Nakamoto's registration page. And for those of you interested in registering to be an OES, and most of you that are here tonight may be an OES, but those of you on YouTube, 22 of you may not be in OES, and there's no reason not to be. There's absolutely no reason not to be. It's free. It's for thee. It's for me. And it's for all. So what do you get when you get this free sign up that Lynn speaks of often? Well, I'm glad you asked. You get a free O-mail. All you got to do is add a password. You get a free O-net. And that's a social media platform that's taking the world by storm, I should say. And you get O-Trim. And O-Trim is here. It's the baby brother to O-Tracker, which is how you track hits to your domain and website. Whoa. and O-Trim is just a mini version, but it's very, very accurate, and it's very, very informative. It tells you who clicks, where they click, what device they're using, whether it's a mobile device or a laptop or a desktop, and that is good stuff. Okay, for us small business people, it's good stuff all the way around. All right. Now, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the RobLynn Network presentation of RobLynn Live and Ali.
The Wonder Dog.
Ooh, true that. And Ali the Wonder Dog is taking a siesta right now. And our topic of the evening is DNA testing, or a great innovation, DNA testing. And a great innovation, this was many, many, many years ago, and it's really in play now. It is beyond our wildest belief what it can do for all of us. So we'll get into that in just a moment. Then we'll have a little bit of community time where we'll bring each and every one of you who wants to come to the panel to the panel. And we'd love everybody to come. We've had as many as 38 on our panel, and that's not too
shabby.
Ooh, that woman is feeling those cues tonight. All right. And then after community time, if we're blessed with any of our deaf community folks here, whether it be Cecil or Patty or Deb or Robert or whoever it might be, we're going to have some signing tonight if one or two or three of them are here tonight. So after that, we have a song by JJB Tin Man, also known as John Barilla in Espanol, and he's John Barilla to those of us who know and love him in plain old-fashioned English. All right. Now, we've got some announcements for you tonight, and please play, no, don't play, pay somewhat close attention to these. Things are changing by the day, by the hour, by the minute, by the second. So we need to be alert, we need to stay focused, and we need to stay positive. So the 10-day extension for OConnect is in effect now. It's been reestablished yesterday on the 20th. And today on the 21st, 10 days. And the extension for the free trial of OTracker is also rolling along. If you'd like to hop on that through the marketplace, feel free to for your free trial. Migration without hesitation, you know the drill. Come on. We've been at this now for years, and it's time that we all be migrated. We don't want any stragglers. Please sign the NDA and the affiliate agreements. Please, that will get you all set up and subscribed with ONPASSIVE. And after you do that, check out OConnect. You'll be glad you did. You can learn while you earn. And where else can you do that? Learning while you earn. Check out the ONPASSIVE YouTube channel, of course. Check out Mohammed William Nazal. He's on X, the former Twitter product, now X. Attend webinars and chats as time permits. Log into your OES. Check for accuracy in your profiles and check out the ticker and any ONPASSIVE pop-ups. And that's where you'll see them in the back office.
That's right. That's my husband. Glug, 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 glugs. Stay hydrated.
I'm trying to stay hydrated. A little light on the sleep last night and today, so hydration is very important. So bear with me tonight if I chug, chug a lug, as Miss Nakamoto says. Log into your OES. Check for the accuracies we mentioned in your profile, and of course, check out the ticker and any pop-ups. This goes without saying, but we feel we need to say it nightly. If you know someone who needs help, if you know someone who needs help, just do it as you will, as helping one helps us all. Yeah, and I said that softly. All right, hop on an OConnect as learning leads to earning over time. Subscribe to OConnect if you're not already a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you can still attend. You just can't host or co-host. So subscribe to OConnect when you can. You'll be glad you did. All right. Now, without further ado, let's talk tonight's topic. Let's talk DNA testing. Let's talk a great innovation known as DNA testing, shall we? I think we shall. Well, current applications is what we're going to talk about of DNA testing, and how is it used in a number of different ways to zero in on who you are and all things that are contained in your genetic makeup. Not makeup on the outside, makeup on the inside, genetically speaking.
Yeah.
And Ollie's, what'd you say?
That's a good one.
I thought that was pretty cute. All right, Ollie's question of the evening is, have you had any sort of DNA testing done over the years in your young life? And what good information did you learn?
Or if you didn't personally have it, do you know of anybody who did it? And what were their results? What did they learn from the process?
And were they pleased with the results, or did they still keep questioning?
Or have you heard of stories? Because sometimes it hits the media, where like long lost twins suddenly are reunited because of the DNA testing, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So maybe you've read stories as well.
It is good stuff. And we'll get into a definition of DNA testing in a moment. But first, a word from our sponsors. We'd like to welcome 39 of you here on OConnect and 21 of you in YouTube.
Nice.
That makes for 60. We're halfway there, kids. Come on now. Buckle up, Buttercup, and join us. We'd love to have you here tonight. Okay. All right. DNA testing is a genetic, that's right, genetic test used in many areas. Everything from forensics, meaning police work, to ancestry and genealogy. And we will present a number of the current used applications, and there are many, believe me. And what they are used to determine. Are you ready for this? I think you are. All right. Hello to Frank Rowe and Irena Stexala, Karina Lance, of course, in the YouTube, as well as Michael Chatta and Kushal Pegu. Thank you, Michael, for your beautiful emojis. Al Praber in the house. Welcome, Al. We're glad you're here, sir. We're glad you're back in the saddle and joining us. Thank you, brother.
Very nice.
Yep, you'll have to come on the panel. We'd love to hear from you on this DNA testing stuff. Kushal Pegu, as I mentioned, Dinesh Sharma, of course, and Diamond Mommy, and Tarun Ha is here. Wait a minute. Patricia Green is in the chat.
Oh.
We know her as Dorothy. Are you back, Dorothy?
It's nice you feel well enough to be here. That's good.
Greg Lakin is here, as well as Nagaraj, who was an early bird here as well. All right. Now, Jillian Hanna is here. Nagaraj, of course, as I mentioned. Lydia David in the proverbial house. Kumar Chowdhury is here. Welcome, Kumar. Pam Stanovich is here. Dinesh Sharma is here in the YouTube chat. Ooh, doggies. Lydia David, as I mentioned. Rao Saheb Pandav is here. Mr. Pandav, welcome, sir. And let's see who else. I mentioned Frank Rowe and Tarun Mizanur Ramans is here. Mizanur, welcome, sir. And there's Tarun again, Irena again. Okay, so now we're up to 27 there, plus a pile of you here. So we're on our way to 100. And we'd like to reach that goal if we can tonight.
Yeah.
No big deal. But when we do, we feel strength in numbers.
Nice. We'll have more and more coming in. It's still early,
That's true.
In India, it's only before 6 a.m.
Ooh.
It's kind of early.
All right. Let's get after the different applications where DNA testing is used, shall we? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right. Personalized medicine. What in the world is Papa talking about now? Well, DNA testing is used to tailor-make treatment plans. Tailor-make them. Zero in on the genetic makeup inside of us, which includes predicting a patient's response to medications, thereby identifying genetic predispositions to diseases and pointing to disease management strategies. Ooh, that's pretty sexy right there. I like that. And then there's forensic science. One of the more common areas of DNA testing, which many of you have heard from everything from Dragnet, the police show, to the CIA shows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the more common area of DNA testing that we're familiar with is here, and with used in solving crimes by identifying suspects, victims, or establishing family, just call it family relationships. I knew I wouldn't pronounce that properly. Improvements over the years, such as improved sensitivity and speed, have basically revolutionized or made this very, very popular and very, very good for investigations. So there is that. And how about ancestry and genealogy? And if you'll bear with me 1 minute, I have to get some something for my wrist, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Is that okay? You can go on if you'd like, or not. Just keep everybody company. Maybe say hello to a few folks in the proverbial chat.
Yeah.
On OConnect.
Let's say hi to the folks on YouTube, I think.
I already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Just now? Oh, I thought that was the webinar. Okay. All right. Where were we? Let me look at the chat here. Oh, I'm just going to read some of the comments about DNA testing that our chat people are saying. They're pretty interesting. Oh, Greg Miller says, I RobLynn live. Oh, thank you very much. And Isabel Bailey says, I already did a DNA test. You did? Is it for like Ancestry.com? That type, Isabel? Let us know. I'm curious which one you did. Let's see. I had some comments about the DNA testing. Let me find them.
Those of you youngsters out there at some point, go ahead.
John Barilla says, a great innovation, DNA testing. And Sarananda says, today DNA testing by AI, artificial intelligence, decreases errors. It increases the accuracy of genome sequencing. AI swiftly and correctly pinpoints genetic variations related to diseases or traits. Thank you for that.
All right, I'm basically back, and those of you who are approaching my age or aging a little bit, you'll know what I was up to there. And this is a truth be known situation. You see that wrist? It was a little swollen, so I had to put a little biofreeze on it, so I'll have the use of my fingers. So
that's good. And here we have Isabel. I just want to let you know she answered my question
about DNA.
Yeah, she said she went to Ancestry.com to do DNA testing. Was it worth it? What did you learn? And was it cool? Would you do it again? I mean, would you recommend it to others, or for the cost that you paid, was it worth it? I guess.
Okay, so that's Ancestry and Genealogy. There are companies who specialize in the field. And Lynn already mentioned one, Ancestry.com. And by continuing the research along this area, the accuracy and depth of which you can go with such analysis has been greatly improved, really improved. I mean, you want to know about Grandma, Samantha from 1841, AD, all you got to do is go to Ancestry.com and away you go. Is it expensive? It's not overly expensive. It is pricey, so be prepared for the sticker shock. It may surprise you just a little. Okay. Now, we have another application we'd like to mention along these lines with DNA testing. Precision agriculture. What are you talking about there, cowboy? Well, precision agriculture means with DNA testing in agriculture, okay, crop breeding, in other words, mixing crops and making crops last longer, grow stronger, and produce more, has been optimized and management practices enhanced. In other words, through DNA processing, everything is improved within agriculture by analyzing crop data through DNA, the development of desirable products, in other words, crops that grow strong and produce much fruit, no pun intended, or much vegetables in the way of vegetables with resistance to disease like drought or drought tolerance, or maybe the use of pesticides. We try not to use too many pesticides, but DNA precision agriculture will tell us the way to go. In other words, it will present to us the yellow brick road. Speaking of the yellow brick road in Dorothy. All right, now, environmental monitoring. Now, this is what people like Greg Lakin and others are all about. They want to keep the environment safe. And through environmental monitoring, this involves detecting traces of DNA that get left by organisms in their surrounding environment. Doesn't matter whether you're in New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, or whether you're in Cape Town, South Africa. It doesn't matter where you are, environmental monitoring is important. And this type of DNA testing, it's used to monitor biodiversity and track endangered species.
Oh.
Endangered species, and to access the ecosystem health in aquatic, meaning in the water, out there in the oceans, and there's many oceans, and terrestrial environments, as in what's going on with this Mother Earth thing. So right here, right now, we're telling you environmental DNA testing is alive and well.
Oh, it's pretty extensive. I was thinking of, checking who your ancestors are when I.
There's more to come, Miss Nakamoto. Stand by, please. Nutrigenomics or nutrigenomics. I think it's nutrigenomics, pronouncing it properly. This is where DNA testing is utilized to personalize nutrition and nutrition plans and provide dietary recommendations based on an individual's genetic predispositions. Now, what does that mean? That means if you've never been on a healthy diet, it will help you get to that point to where you're on a healthy diet and participating in this healthy diet to either lose weight, lose fat, gain strength, whatever it might be. DNA testing is here within nutrigenomics for you, right? This testing can bring about tailored dietary plans, in other words, not just to eat kosher, but to eat a rounded supply of dietary goodies.
It's
And
probably designed to fit that individual. In other words, not just a generic one. Okay, everybody got to eat healthy, eat this. No, I think it depends on individuals.
it will determine what you need to eat, whether it's more fruits, more vegetables, more meat and potatoes, more chicken, more fish, you name it. And it will help you to maximize the health outcomes. Who could ask for anything more?
That is really
That is good, and it is practical. So this is not just about testing for crime. This is not just about testing for other things. This is about testing for everything. Now, here's one that's near and dear to my heart and many of you out there: sports performance optimization. Oh, yeah. Now, this wasn't really around that I knew of when I was playing sports back in the 60s, okay? I played into the 70s, but that's where I kind of whined out, whatever. I worn out, actually. And athletic trainers use this type of DNA to gain insights into the genetic predispositions of runners, basketball players, golfers, football players, baseball players, cyclists, etc. So, and it tells us with these predispositions for physical traits, that is, i.e., a muscle composition, oxygen utilization, and this is key. If you're a runner and you've got an O2 saturation of 90, you need to bump that up a little bit. Well, right here through DNA testing, you can learn exactly how to do that. So, good stuff. And with the use of this type of DNA testing, the information can be used for training regimens and to help athletes to maximize their performance potential. In other words, don't just sit there on the bench, get off your tushy and come participate.
So I would imagine like the NFL, things like people like that, they use that, right?
Every day.
They're professional athletes and tailor their regimens to the individual.
And that's whether it's training or whether it's sleep habits, whether it's eating, it's all combined in sports performance DNA optimization.
Wow.
So how cool is that, everybody?
That's really amazing, actually.
No doubt in my mind. All right, we got a couple more we'd like to talk about, and then we're going to throw the floor open and really get after it with you panelists. Paternity testing. Okay. If you watch TV, you see that every now and then somebody will say, well, I'm just going to have a DNA test. I'm going to prove whether you're the daddy or not, or whether you're the mommy or not. Well, paternity testing is commonly used to determine biological parentage. This parentage. This testing provides accurate and conclusive evidence for legal and personal purposes, such as establishing a child support, inheritance rights, and family relationships. How cool is that? I think that's off the chart cool myself.
Really amazing.
Well, now if you've been enthralled with some of what we've been saying, we got a couple more points we're going to make here, and we hope you enjoy them. We hope you get some value from them. How about pharmacogenomic testing? What is that clown talking about now? Well, this analyzes how an individual's genetic makeup, inside, of course, influence responses to medications. Ooh, I need this one. So when you have an adverse reaction, whatever that might be, whether it's a hive, whether you start coughing, sneezing, burping, belching, whatever you do, this thereby helps healthcare providers prescribe the most effective and the safest treatments. How cool is this?
That's really good.
Which serves to prevent adverse reactions. Now, if any of you have been subjected to an adverse reaction, let me give you an example. Back in 1969, when I got hurt in the military, I was given Demerol, the drug Demerol, very strong drug. It's a, what do you call those? It's a,
Antibiotic.
no, it's not an antibiotic. It's a pain medication. It's not a steroid. It's a narcotic. That's what I meant. That's the word I was reaching for. It's a strong narcotic. So thereby, this therapy or this pharmacogenomic testing will show whether you can handle it. It helps the healthcare provider prescribe the most effective and the safest treatments which serve to prevent adverse reactions. Now, I'm allergic to Demerol, which is a strong narcotic pain reliever. So, had anybody done back in the day, which I don't think they had it back then, a pharmacogenomic testing on me, they would have seen, don't give that boy Demerol. he's going to break out in a rash or what have you. And I'm not going to tell you where the rash is, but it was very painful when it broke out. And this is the most effective and safe way to treat, and it will prevent adverse reactions like I had. Just stand by. We're not done. And finally, let's talk the C word, shall we? Just for a few minutes, a few moments. And finally, the cancer genetics. What is involved there? What does DNA testing do here? And how is it used in identifying inherited genetic mutations associated with the risk of developing certain types of cancer? Ooh. This provides proactive screening, early detection, which is cool, and personalized treatment plans for those with a higher genetic predisposition to scooping up cancer, having cancer get you. Very good thing, very strong. Now, without further ado, let's all have a discussion, shall we, of DNA, of how we process DNA, how we get from DNA exactly what we're looking for and how far reaching it is. And we have the ability to analyze. So as we analyze, let's predict, okay? As physicians, and I'm not one, I was speaking in general terms, as a physician or as a clinician, this will help you big time, okay? And DNA is here to stay, and it will help us in a lot of ways. And we'll say hello to Sharon Koo, Frank Rowe, Nagaraj, Irena Sala, of course, Kushal Pegu, Michael Chatta again. And we're glad everybody's here that's in YouTube. There's now 30 of you on YouTube, and I would say more than that in OConnect.
51.
That makes 81. Let's push the number up a little bit and see how we do. We want to know what you think of this topic. This is a topic Lynn and I discussed but never done anything about, and we feel it is important to know about. So we hope you got something out of this tonight. A little bit of value would be nice, and we hope that if you need to get some form of genetic testing, you may take a few notes. You can just take your note cards to your local DNA testing facility, whether it be a lab or a hospital or a doctor's office, and just get after it. Nothing wrong with that, kids. Nothing wrong with that. So now, without any more ado, which means further ado, it's time to expand the screen, the big screen. There it goes, as I'm a co-host so that you can see me and hear me clearly on OConnect. So let's talk about how we bring people to the panel, if you're ready for that, Miss Nakamoto.
Sure. Let's appreciate Michael's artwork first.
I think we should.
The topic is DNA testing, and look at his emojis. You can see he thoughtfully selected them. Like there's a DNA strand. I see a microscope and a gear. Looks like a lab coat and safety goggles. So very thoughtful. Thank you very much, Michael.
Michael, thank you. You're a master, and thank you for being a moderator in the chats, both on OConnect and on YouTube. You're a big helper, and you know, you're behind the scenes, but you're in front of the scenes as far as we're concerned. So thank you, Michael.
Very reliable. I can count on him.
Oh, without a doubt. He's a good guy.
And this is a ticker that he created for us to explain how to come to the panel. So all you got to do is click the speaker request icon, which is going to appear as soon as I enable that feature and ask to come down to be a speaker. We'll accept your request, all right? Okay, so here we go. It's enabled now, so feel free to come in right now.
Don't be shy.
Let's all roll in, all right? So we can fill up the panel.
All right, let's see if we can get at least 25, 35, 1 cow, 1 calf and a half, 1 cow, 1 calf and a half.
All right, let's see.
All right, who's coming?
The first one to come in today is Melanie Marcano.
Double Mel in the house. Welcome, Melanie.
Very fast. fast finger. She clicked the button quick. Next to come in is Cecil Weir. Cecil Weir, and I
The
think
big
he'll be
C. Hi,
speaking
Cecil.
tonight. I'm pretty sure. Hi, Mel. Hello, hello. He says, hello. You're gonna be teaching science tonight? You'll be teaching. He goes, yeah. He'll be teaching.
That's a yes. All right.
Yay.
Good stuff, Cecil. Thank you, brother.
And
Appreciate
next we go to John JJB Tin Man.
The Tin Man is in the house, and we'll ask John once he comes on board. Have you got a song for us tonight, Mr. Badia?
Yes, I do. I got a good one.
All right. Well, we can't ask for more than that. We love it when you sing out, Mr. Baritone. Thank you. We'll check back with you in a little
There's
bit.
his image.
All righty.
Oh, a good song tonight. I can't wait. Yay.
Sounds like your voice is in fine steed tonight.
All right.
Yeah, pretty good. I think so. Anyway, well, I don't want to brag. I think I feel good. So, okay, it's good.
All right. Good enough. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's take a peek around the room. Who else is coming?
Isabel Bailey.
Isabel Bailey coming to the panel.
Yes.
Woo-hoo, doggies. Bring it, woman.
Are you going to actually turn your camera on? Let's see if she does.
I bet she does.
She should surprise us. Next, we have Don Swihart coming in.
Welcome, Dawn, and welcome, DL. We're glad you're both here. Thank you for joining us.
Here comes Greg Hill, the taxi gift man.
The taxi gift man is in the house.
Meaning GIF man, not GIFT, gift man. And here comes Carmela Schwartz.
Carmela Schwartz is in the house. And in just a moment, Lynn will post up, as part of our regularly scheduled programming, the background, the virtual background that you can simply add to your background.
Yep. Hi, Don. Hi, Carmela. Here's Cecil saying, I love you to everybody. Love you, love you, love you.
All right, all right, all right.
Here comes Kiana.
Kiana, our favorite monk. Namaste, namaskar, sir. Namaste.
And here we have Jillian Hanna.
Jillian Hanna is in the house from Australia. Welcome, welcome to you.
Welcome. Okay, let us bring in. Let me send the.
Good evening. Namaskar. Namaste, sir. Ma'am.
Namaste, namaste. Welcome, welcome, sir. All right, here's the virtual background. Here's the virtual background. It's on the screen for one and all. All you have to do is download that bad boy and throw it up on the screen. It's that easy peasy. So let's see who all wants to do it. That would be nice.
I know Cecil requested it, so he's doing it right now.
All right, Cecil. Thank you, Mr. Weir.
You're welcome.
Woo-wee. There's more people coming on in. Sadananda Das is here, of course. And Shandan, Greg Lakin is in the chat on the YouTube. Roy Davies, of course. And Karina Lance and David. Got you covered, Switzer, from the Kansas City Chiefs home state.
Let me say thank you to our moderators who are in the YouTube live chat right as we speak. I see Karina Lance from Canada. Nice to see you there. Thank you for all you do for us. I see Roy Davies. And of course, the very reliable Michael Chadas there. And hello to Kushal Pegu. He's also helping out tonight, our moderator.
All right, all right, all right. Sounds good to me.
John Barilla was there earlier, of course.
All right.
Yeah, I think we got them all.
All right, that's 36911 so far. Come on, let's bump that number up. Come on, kids, let's do it. We can do it. All right. It may not be too early to start talking DNA. Let me see if we've got. Oh, let's go to the comments first, if we could,
sure,
and see what people are saying. We got a few hellos from Frank Rowe, as well as others here, and Dawn, and Colonel Daniel Lee is in the house, our favorite auctioneer from the great state of Florida. Thank you, Mr. St. Augustine himself. And we'd like to say thank you to Sifu Francis Tay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Francis. We appreciate you for that super sticker. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. Anybody else coming? Come on now.
One more.
One more.
Okay, we got Anuj Kumar and Saidul Sikh.
All right, Saidul, welcome,
with
sir.
that very, very cute son.
Look at all those backgrounds popping up. Hello, 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 everybody.
So nice with the backgrounds.
Frank Rose saying hello to Cecil. Cecil saying hello to Frank, and that's all good.
And I see Jillian.
Ooh.
There's Jillian.
And John Barilla is saying, I've got a great love song for tonight by Stevie Wonder. Ooh.
Oh, I love Stevie Wonder.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you very much,
It's gonna
John.
be great. All right.
All right. Let's see if anybody else is coming to the panel as I get out of the
I
chat.
see Colonel Daniel Lee. He's with us in the chat today.
All right, Colonel. Thank you for being here, brother.
Yeah, he's usually just in YouTube, but he moved over to OConnect.
He's in OConnect tonight. Come on to the panel, Colonel. One cow, one calf, and a half, brother.
We'd love to meet you.
Come on over, sir. We'd love to have you.
No pressure, but we would love to have you. Who else is there today?
Ooh.
Um,
Anybody else coming over?
Joginder Pal Singh, how are you? Joginder, welcome.
And we know if anybody else will be joining us here.
One more just popped up, and that is Pedro Estrada.
Pedro Jose Estrada Saladas. Mr. Saladas, welcome, sir.
I see Chandan Majumdar in our OConnect webinar tonight. So it's really nice. Is it maybe a different Chandan?
Not sure.
Yeah, it's a Chandan Amanta. Hi, Chandan. Maybe it's a common name. Chandan Kumar Amanta. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What else do we have?
Nagaraj is in the chat. I see Nagaraj.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Roy Davies, one of our moderators.
Raj Hana. No, Nita Raj Hans. I think that's the S. Raj Hans. Nita Raj Hans. Welcome, Nita. Pretty name.
All right, we think we got a topic tonight. We think we have a good topic tonight. And there's Saidul. Welcome, sir, from India. We know it's bright and early there in the morning. Welcome, sir. And Greg Hill in the house. All right, Greg. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You're making our night right here. Namaste, namaskar. Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, all right, all right. Jillian's here, of course, and Isabel Bailey's here. We're glad you're here, Isabel. Thank you for coming on the panel. It means a lot to us.
Very nice.
All right. Are we ready to check our participants and see if anybody's got something to say?
Colonel Daniel Lee says, first entrance without glitch. Had hang up with logins, but it's working just fine. And boy, oh boy, what a fab system. That's good, Colonel Daniel Lee, that you got in tonight without a hit. Yay, I'm happy for you.
That is good stuff, Colonel. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to everybody for putting the virtual background up. It means a lot to us when you can do that. Makes for a nice picture, too.
Yeah, I see Shankar Lau. He gave a thumbs up in the webinar chat. Thumbs up. Back to you.
All right. Thank you for back to me. And let's see if we see any hands. Don't make me do it. You're going to make me do it, aren't you, kids? Come on now.
Refresh their memory.
Okay. Well, the topic I would have thought everybody'd remember, and that's DNA testing. It's testing everything from medical to pharmaceuticals to crops to forensic stuff. So let's all have a nice not heated, but community time challenge to talking about DNA and accurate. That's what I'm active and accurate.
Not heated for sure.
No. Yeah, heated was when we were talking about water, but no pun intended, of course. So come on now. Let's hear from all of you about DNA. I know somebody out there has had DNA testing done. No doubt about it.
Or knows of people who had it done, and maybe you knew what the result of the testing was and how did it change any lives. That's what I'm curious about, the stories that go on beyond the testing itself. Jillian has her hand up.
All right, Jillian, go ahead, and then we'll go to Dawn Swihart. Go ahead, Jillian.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm back on my computer today. Yay. on the topic today being a great innovation, DNA testing, well, the latest advancements in technology, AI is playing a key role in DNA testing now. And AI algorithms have the ability to sift through massive amounts of genetic data. So it can identify patterns and make accurate predictions with remarkable speed. And AI is a powerful tool in this field to read DNA, and its integration into DNA analysis has already had a profound impact on various fields from medicine to forensics. It has significantly accelerated the pace of genetic research, enabling scientists to make breakthroughs in areas such as cancer, rare disease diagnosis, and drug development for people impacted with these issues. And also with AI imaging and the future health technologies that are coming, it is amazing progress in this sector, finding better health solutions for humanity all the time, where we're using nature plus technology working together.
All right. Thank you, Jillian. That was great. We'll be back in a little while for a little more add-on. I don't know if I got the next three right, but they'll bear with me. Let's go to Mel next, and then Dawn and DL and Pedro. Maybe Pedro didn't raise his hand and I wrote his name down. That's nice. Let's go to Mel first.
Okay.
Thank you, Rob, and good evening to Sister Lynn, Rob, and everybody else. I was looking up a few of them. I'm pretty sure I got DNA testing when I had the scare, anyhow. But I also noticed that there's several apps for DNA testing. One of the apps I came across is the iGene, IGENE, and that one is for more or less for non-invasive parental test. So that's testing for Down syndrome. It's called trisomy 21. That's the other term for Down syndrome. And there's trisomy 18, which is for Edward syndrome. I've never heard of Edward syndrome, but anyhow, there is such a syndrome. The other one is for trisomy 13, which is Pato syndrome. And also they're testing with that same NIPT, which is non-invasive parental test, right? When that's during pregnancy, where the DNA would come from the placenta of the mom, and they would test for those types of syndrome. And also for sex and chromosome, they would test for all those through iGene, which is an app. And that's a DNA testing app. Another one I came across is the one where we all saw it advertised, 23andMe.
Oh, yeah.
They advertise it on TV, right? That's another DNA testing for health and fitness. And it's to learn about ancestries, health, traits, and more. I have some more, but Rob, I'll stop there.
Don't stop there. Let's talk a little bit about the Edward syndrome dystrophy, RSD. It's called the Edward syndrome, and this happens in older adults often, and it's used to describe a form of the complex regional pain syndrome, or CRPS. So both of these affect the body, and the life expectancy. This is interesting here. It does not affect life expectancy. So this is one of the many syndromes that does not affect your life expectancy, and there is a test for that as well. So I just thought I'd bring that up so everybody knew what you were talking about. You'll get my invoice in the mail, no problem. A Canadian Post, according to Armin's, very slow, so it may take a while. All right.
Okay.
Let's
Thank you.
let's go to Dawn next. Dawn and DL, please.
Hello, everyone. The only thing that I ever, when it comes to DNA stuff, was several years ago, it was really popular to do a DNA testing to find out about your heritage, your background, and all that. And I had a couple of cousins who did that. And it was interesting. I mean, it was really interesting to see how much information that actually came back on your heritage of, you know, your background. But that's the only thing that I've ever, I've never had any DNA testing, or I don't like my blood taken, so I don't like needles.
Well, believe it or not, I think DNA testing can even be done with hair.
Yes,
And since you've got a full head of hair, maybe we'll pull a few of those hairs out and check you out. What do you think?
Yeah, that's okay.
You'll pass? All right.
I'll pass.
All right. This is a fun topic. I mean, this is truly getting to the nitty-gritty of life, because there's so many tests that can be done for the prevention of disease. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I'd like to see happen. Today I was at the VA hospital getting some periodontal examination work done. And while I was there, I noticed a few people who were wondering. They were I was like half a block away from the cancer center. And they were all sitting there awaiting their first chemotherapies. Okay, I walked through the hallway there. And they were all talking amongst themselves. I wish somebody would have tested me 30 years ago. I wish somebody would have tested me 10 years ago. And you know what? That's what we're talking about tonight. With DNA testing for diseases, you can find out the predisposition of anyone if they're going to get a certain disease, a certain strand, if it's called a strand of cancer. Now, cancer has run in my family. And once again, there was no testing back then in the early 90s like there is today. So I beseech you all, and I recommend you all, if there's any kind of diseases, plural, in your family background, that you get tested. You know, it is minimally invasive. Sometimes it's blood, sometimes it's hair, sometimes it's a skin scraping, from what I'm told. So just get after it. Just do it. You'll be glad you did, because knowing is half the battle of winning. If you know that you're in a situation and you know it early enough, you can conquer that situation. I don't have any doubt in my mind about that. So I am tickled pink that we're pushing 90 right now of people here, and that is all good stuff. We want to hear from more of you. Is there anybody else wanting to come in or no?
No.
Okay, so we got a relatively small panel. We'll be able to hear from each and every one of you. So let's get after it. I like and we mentioned this too, I like the sports testing. Okay, I was an athlete. They didn't talk about testing my DNA back then. Now they test for everything from testosterone levels to you name it. The propensity to get maybe arthritis in your shoulder as a major league pitcher, and there's a lot of that going around. Need for, you have to have something like a Tommy John surgery where they reconstruct the elbow. That's something that calcium checks may, through DNA testing, may find out you've got or I've got, or whoever's got a calcium deficiency, and may be able to take calcium for that, and may avoid getting involved with anything to do with surgery. It's good stuff. It's important stuff, and we need, as ONPASSIVE, to spread the word. Granted, Ash is going to come with products and solutions, but prior to that, we need to be on guard for some of the little turn into major big things with disease. Check it out. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. If you got even minimal insurance, you can get these tests done. My son Ted had a DNA DNA parental test done, as it's called, because he wanted to know if he was the father of one of his children. And he took the test, and as it turned out, he was and is. And quite frankly, knowing is a wonderful feeling. And he found out, yes, you are, and yes, you know, and yes, you're going to be a better parent because of it. So a lot can come out of DNA testing, you know, kind of on the fringes here for how people are feeling. I think it's all good.
Very interesting.
I think it's all good.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. If you want me to be a guinea pig before we have our next session, I'll go get DNA tested for everything you can think of. What do you think of that? And I'll come back and I'll report to you how painless it was and how important it is what the results are. So let's hear from some more of you. I've done enough gum beating tonight. We want to hear from each and every one of you about DNA testing, please. All right. Let's go. Where we're going next? We're going to Melanie Marcano.
Thank you. I don't really know much, but I'm just doing little research as the topic comes up. We have the drug one. The drug, 1 second. It's called the choice DNA and drug testing. So I guess it has to be maybe through, I didn't research everything, but through the blood, maybe alcohol, I don't know, or your blood itself, bloodstream. For the drugs, it says choice DNA and drug testing, but it's an app as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff
Yeah,
right there. Thank you.
Interesting.
You're welcome.
All right. Anyone else have something to add to the conversation? I know some of you out here in the panel have been DNA tested. There's no doubt in my mind. So come on, tell us what your experience was. And if you had it to do over again, would you be tested or not?
Or maybe they didn't themselves have it done, they know of others.
Yeah, if you know of somebody who's had certain tests done with DNA, let's hear about it.
Oh, my husband went away again. He's so funny. He walks away and he doesn't tell me.
Oh, sorry, I'm over here. I'll be right back.
I was like, oh, where is he? Anyway, let's go back to while you guys think on the topic. No pressure. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. I just want to say hello to folks that have come into the YouTube chat. I see Sukdir Kumar. Hello. Agro Chandan Majumdar. Ifra Ado is there. And I see Greg, Gregg, which is Greg Lakehead. We got, let's go a little bit here, Ifra Ado. Sudarshi Chakma, welcome. Chandan Majumdar, hello. I think I got them all.
All right, I'm coming.
On there. Let me see if I can go back. Let me go back to the. I want to say hi to the folks in Facebook too.
All right,
okay, because in Facebook we got folks that, like, we got Chang Yang watching. Hi, Chang Yang, and Bhaskar Mandal. They're watching. Carmelo stopped in, and so did Roy Davies, our moderator. Kenza Mesadi is there, and I see Kenza all over social media. She's pretty prolific in posting on social media. I see Roy Davies. He's greeting folks there. Thank you, Roy. Mohammed Rafikipi. He's a regular with us. Thank you for being in Facebook as well. We have Vinod Bagele. How are you, Vinod? Welcome. Hello to Eddie Mercado Garcia from sunny Tampa Bay, Florida.
Wait a minute. Tampa, Florida? Tampa Bay, Florida. Hey, you're a neighbor. Hi, neighbor.
Very, very much.
Glad you're here, brother. You're within either, no matter where you look at it, even if you're in Wesley Chapel, you're only 60 miles away. So good stuff. Glad you're here. Thank you.
Yep. And Mohammed Kashim Ali is watching. Chang Yang says, happy to join you all from Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
All right. That's where Schlitz beer was made. made the beer that made Milwaukee famous. Let's go to Dawn and DL, and let's then go back to Mel. Let's go there, folks. Go ahead, Dawn or DL.
Thanks, Rob. Hello, Lynn, everybody on the panel. You talk about DNA testing. You got to know what DNA is to begin with. So basically what DNA is, it's called a double helix. That's that 2 strands that wrap around that everybody has in their systems. It's basically a unique biomolecule that exists as a double helix where strands wrap around each other to form a twisted ladder pattern. Now, these strands are held together by what they call hydrogen bonds. So I would think that the first step for testing would be to find out what DNA actually really is. It's a biomolecule held together by hydrogen bonds. Back to you, Rob.
All right, thank you for that. That's I saw that in my research and I overlooked that, but that's about the most important thing, is what actually is DNA testing. So thank you for that point of clarification. And let's now go to Mel. Thank you, DL. Appreciate it.
That one I know for sure because I had it done. No guilt. The DNA for stool extracting so they can detect colorectal cancer or those little things, the squamish thing that floats. There's a name for them. I'm trying to remember. It's tiny little stuff, polyps. So polyps. So they screen you for that for DNA by extracting your stool. I had that done. They found nothing, so thank God. 10 years time I go back, and it's for detection of early polyps, which they can remove, and also for colorectal cancer. So you do it by way of, you have to do that dye thing, to drink that high-tech dye, whatever, and some sort of orange tasting drink, which I don't like, and you have to empty up your inside. So you don't eat for almost a full day until they have it done. And you just a 15 minutes to take for them to do that test, and then let you rest for a while because they sedate you, right? And then after you're on your way, you don't walk though, you don't drive, you have to call a cab and to return home or let somebody drive you. So that for sure I know. That's a DNA stool extracting test.
All righty. I've had the colonoscopy several times, and they didn't extract anything, but they did find polyps. So not a lot. They found 2, and they got rid of them. I think they get them with a scope. Is that not right, Mel?
Yes, they sedate you, so the rest was history. I don't know, but 15 minutes I was up.
Right, they put you in a twilight sleep to where you don't even remember what went on. They turn you on your side. I remember that, so they can get easy access. And then they go about their business with this camera that's attached to this. It's not a probe. It's really a scope of.
It's a scope, yeah. To check for the inside. So it's a scope, yeah.
Okay, that's good stuff there. That's DNA testing with a colorectal extraction.
Yes.
Nice. It's not just blood work. It can be, and I'll bet they can get DNA somehow, correct me if I'm wrong here, from a urine sample as well. They can get information. They get an awful lot from urine sample.
Very true. I see Ralph Ansari came in, as well as Bilash Roy. He's with us now.
Welcome, fellas.
And Piran Singh is about to come in. So
all right.
You can see it's getting a little later. So Indians are waking up, which is kind of it's now at least 6:30, 6:43, I think.
All right, good stuff.
In India, so they're waking up.
Good stuff. All right. Anyone else who'd like to say a few words about DNA and DNA testing?
I have a question to ask.
Go ahead.
Do you think there's any ethical considerations in this field of DNA testing? Because actually DNA testing could be done to determine future
criminals.
combinations to create a better child. You know what I mean? So is there anything controversial at all about this stuff? Any ethical considerations? I'm not sure. Just asking a question.
Well, I would think with the, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who knows in the medical field would have an effect on the HIPAA laws. In other words, if you sign that it's okay for your DNA to be known by, let's say, your physicians and also by anybody who's asking for the report, that could be a little touch and go, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have patient worry, also worry coming in, and Elizabeth in PNG. You're coming in.
All right, welcome everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Talking about the subject on this, what you asked, Lynn, I think it's ethical because we are all humans, right? And I think it's better to be in the know early enough than rather late, and then you have to go through more. Ooh, it hurts. Difficult procedures. So I think it's ethical in that sense to have them do early stuff, early detection, than rather. And I think it's on your medical records. It's you and your doctor who knows, or maybe the hospital. I don't know if you have to go to the hospital later on, but it's okay. It's all good, I think.
All right, all good is all good. We like that.
Because I was thinking about like if you have the option to know what risk factors or what diseases run in your family, but I think that some people, for moral reasons, religious reasons, or philosophical reasons, may choose not to know. For example, if you have dementia in your running family, and you yourself may eventually get dementia. Some people don't want to, because they just want to live their life as they see it, and be it what it may, whatever happens, happens. So I'm just thinking about the different ways people think about this. Not everybody thinks.
I just don't want to be stereotyped because my aunt may have something. That doesn't mean it's hereditary. And that's what I don't like when you go to the doctors and them, because somebody could have something in the family through the food, through the air, through the water. That doesn't necessarily mean that the whole family, like every time you go, they ask you, did your aunt, did your this, I don't fill them out. I skip those because to me, each of us is born differently. And even if you encounter something later in life, that doesn't mean the family has it. You know what I mean? That's the only part about the whole thing, the whole picture about being ethical about the DNA testing and then stereotyping kind of your whole family, the entire family, almost like they do a big file about you, about your family, because that person has this one and then everybody else in your family has to go testing. I don't like that part. I fight that with my doctor when I go. I do. I ask him questions and I said I'm opting out. Yeah. Yes, the colorectal, I went for it. I was scared, but I ended up doing it anyhow. So I was okay after.
Well, all righty. Thank you for that. And thank you, Lynn, for that. Let me see. Let's see if we can get some more comments. Let's go to Carmela Schwartz in Israel. Let's talk DNA, Carmela.
Hello, everyone. DNA is very important to know, but it's very scary. Sometimes you don't want to know. Like Lynn said, for example, my father was in dementia. I don't want to know that I will be dementia once. I do everything not to be dementia. I'm learning, I'm studying, I'm doing everything that said me avoid it. And I'm telling you that I'm sure I won't be dementia because I do a training for the brain every day, which is a muscles to the brain, and I'm also eat a good food, which maybe my father didn't. So maybe he got it because he didn't eat the right food, or he didn't train his mind. So it's not necessary that if he had it, I will have it. And also, in nowadays, things are changed, and there are many things that make you to avoid certain disease. You eat good food. You train yourself. You behave in another way of life, which our family, the oldest, did. So I agree with Mel. It's not necessary that you have it. So it's nice that you can check it, but I think when you start research too much things you in your mind, you think them. Yeah, it's a prayer for something that you don't want to have. So don't pray for the something that you don't want. Don't look for it. Live your life and enjoy every moment. I don't think about the diseases and sickness, because I'm going to die healthy. Back to you, Rob.
Okay, go ahead. You were muted.
Once again, I was muted. So I'm back, and let's talk DNA. Let's talk. Have any of you who may not have said, have you had any sort of a DNA test, whether it be for a predisposition of a disease maybe your family has running in the family, or whether it be you were an athlete and they checked you out to make sure you were doing the proper training? So let's hear from everybody or anybody. We'd love to do that. And if not, we'll go to, are we having any sign tonight?
Yes, we are. Let me say hi to some folks in the YouTube chat. We got
Okay.
Surijit's there. Next generation of AI. Hello. Hi, Kay Mua from the Hmong group. I think Chang Yang too is from Hmong also, right, Kay? And hello to Jose Lucio and Cheryl Beth. What happened? Did something happen? Let us know what happened. She said, what happened? Hi to Smriti Kumar Chakma. Hi, Mohammed Ashraf. How are you? I see you. Hello, Mohammed. Hello to, let me break out everybody. Ramjibam Bhattacharjee is here with regular. Hello, Ramjibam. And hello to Bobby Singh. Nice to have you back with us. And we have Winder Singh. Welcome for joining us tonight. So thank you so much. We've got quite a few new folks too. I see Avula Srinivas with us. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate everybody coming. And we've got, I think you showed me 86 before.
Yeah, Sukhdeer Kumar, hi. He said hi specifically to me. Hi, how are you? Let's see what we got in the
Pedro.
OConnect. We got 70 in OConnect.
And 28, so that's 98. So we're pushing 100. Thank you, everybody.
Very good.
Pedro has his hands up.
Oh, hand is up.
Pedro.
Pedro Jose Estrada Saladas. Go ahead there, Pedro, please.
Hello, Rob. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good morning to those in India or other parts of the world. Good day. DNA, yeah, it's amazing how many things can touch. I was interested in looking up the requirements for citizenship in U.S. I know someone who asked me the question, and somebody who is not a citizen of U.S., but the father is, and so needed to establish paternity in order to. So, but it's pretty costly outside U.S. I was looking up here is like, $36, something like that. But overseas is $400. So it's something that some people cannot pay very easily.
Big money.
But it's amazing how that can touch those areas. Very important to prove citizenship through DNA. I mean, apply for it or concede citizenship to someone and proving it through DNA that there is a parental relationship. I think many people, some people that are in need of that can benefit from this being available. A lot of progress has been made in this field. And I was also interested in knowing, I don't know if it relates to looking at your root, your ancestral roots, finding exactly where your family started before you came to this continent per se, or whether you were here anyway. So that's another field that interests me a lot. I don't know if DNA relates to that. I am almost sure it does, but that's one thing that I like to do. Find out my tree roots and to establish exactly what place in Spain my family originated before they came to the Americas. Yeah, that's all I have to say on this subject. But if anyone has an idea of parental citizenship, a parental for applying as for citizenship, that is an interesting topic that I like to learn more about.
All right. Thank you, Pedro. We appreciate that very much. Let's go to Greg Hill, then Elizabeth Bade from Papua New Guinea, and Jillian Hanna from Australia. Go ahead, kids. Let's start with Greg Hill.
Hello, everybody. Interesting subject for sure. I kind of like basically go along with Mel and with Carmela about DNA, and it's a choice thing as far as looking at your DNA. It's a possibility that, and I'm sure it's already happened many times, where people will look at somebody's DNA and make a choice in life because of that DNA, whether it happens to them or not. So they may make a decision taking them out of a blessing. And that's how I look at it. So it's kind of like, I don't know, when it came along where you can look and see if you have a boy or a girl, whose advantage is that to? That's to the advantage of the person having the baby, so they can plan ahead to go with a blue color or a pink color or whatever it might be, because it's a boy or girl. So I don't know. I just kind of look at DNA as I'm not going to look at it unless it had something to do with maybe my health at that point, but just to see where I come from, or maybe my family and what their background is and what they may have had or whatever. It's different for everybody, the way I look at it. That's just my choice, and that's I'm glad I have the ability to choose the things in my life. But I don't think I would use I know there's people who use looking at DNA and said, I'm not going to do that because there's a possibility. And so they might be just talking themselves out of a blessing. That's all.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. All right. Let's go to Elizabeth Baudet in Papua New Guinea. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Hopefully she can unmute. Try your best to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Morning, Rob. Sorry, morning from Papua New Guinea.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night to everybody who is there. Love you all. I'm listening to this topic, DNA, and I'm going, it'll be nice for me to share with you what I have gone through during my career in the public service in Papua New Guinea. I am a social worker by profession. And in those days, in the 60s, we used to have blood tests to confirm if that man is the father of that child that is in dispute. I was handling a lot of cases in that back in the 60s and the 70s. Today, with this DNA coming in, it has been really helpful because in cases like this, it will be very quickly identified that, yes, you are the father of this child and you cannot deny that kind of thing, you know. And it's really helping in Papua New Guinea today with this introduction of the new technology. So that's what I'm enjoying in our country. Like, we don't have to go looking for the father of the child. It's just confirmed right there in the blood. So thank you. That's all I want to share. Thank you. Thank you, Rob, for giving me this chance.
Elizabeth. Hey, we appreciate it. Stick around if you can. Let's go back to Jillian and then over to Mel. Go ahead, Jillian.
Oh, hi again. Yeah, I agree with Mel and Carmela and the others, what they're saying. With our DNA and genetics, we're a lot more likely to be predisposed to some conditions that may have run in the family line. It may be a weakness in our genes, but if we are looking after ourselves a lot better than the other generations, we might be able to override it, and we could be stronger and have better health too, because in some of the other generations, they may have not had the ability to eat better foods or to be able to look after themselves as well. They may have there might have been a whole lot of different reasons. So it might not matter so much about our DNA, but more like what we're doing to have better health, maybe.
All right. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate that, Jillian. There's a lot that goes into it. There's no doubt about it. Let's go back to Mel, if we could. Mel in the great country of Canada.
Thank you, Rob. There's also a swab DNA, where they would, yeah, we know about the swab for many different things. And it's, they have this, and that swab, where they would swap it around their mouth or inside their cheeks, actually, inside around their cheeks in the inner part. And then they would put that on this little film trace and test for different things. It could be DNA for, again, ancestry, DNA for even drugs, and DNA for further diseases, like with your it could be teeth. They do swab DNA for teeth now. When you go to the dental, to the new testing is DNA swab. So I go to my dentist, and then they take that little swab, just a little circular swab, and then they put it on that little platform, and it's new technology. And right away, you sit in there and you can see it on the computer, what it's turning into. And if you have anything inside that is a disease, it shows the little particles. And then the dentist would sit there and explain to you. And I was saying, oh, wow. I was telling her, right away you get results. He said, yes, it's right there. You can see it right in front of you. So, again, with technology and fast growing things that they are producing, it's really detecting faster, things and giving better results. And you can act on it sooner than later. in that sense. So there's swab. Is it swab or swab? Swab, right?
Yeah. B.
Yeah.
Swab. Hmm?
So
Thank
there's
All right. Thank you for that, Mel. We appreciate that. We're learning as we go, and we never claim to know it all. So that's good. I got some information from Mel. I got some information from DL. That's all good stuff. All right. It's now coming up on the 9:34, 9:35 hour. Are we ready for some signing?
Yes. Cecil is going to be teaching us tonight. Are you ready, Cecil? Ready. He's ready. All right. Stay muted so that you won't be on the main screen. Thank you very much. Okay, look for Cecil. He's on the right side. No, this side. Scroll up and down till you see him. He says scroll up or scroll down till you see me. He said scroll, scroll, scroll.
All right. All right. All right. Let's go, Cecil.
Cecil. Did you find Cecil? He said, did you find me? I'm Cecil. Yay. All right. Okay, the first word is book. I'll help you, Greg. I just got to mute you. Let me check if it's muted. Okay, thank you for muting, Greg. Okay, next we go to reading. Reading. So this is reading. Reading. So these are your eyes, you know, so you're reading. Reading. Okay, next, story. Handshake. Story. Story. Next word is pencil.
Pencil.
Pencil. Pen. Pen. Paper. The heel of both hands come together like this. Paper. Paper. If you can see that, paper.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have draw or art. Use the letter I and draw on your hand. Art. Art. Next we have colors. Colors. Wiggle your fingers in front of your mouth. Colors. Paint. 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 Black. Index finger going across your brows. Black. Black. White. 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 Open hand to close. White. White. Next one is blue. The letter B, shake it. Blue. Blue. Now we have yellow. The letter Y, and you shake it. Next we have pink. the letter P placed against your lips. Pink, 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 like pink lips. You know, pink lips. That's why they have this one, pink, pink,
Mm-hmm.
pink. Next we have red, red, red. Red lips. That's why this is the sign red. Next we have orange. Either sign, right? Orange or orange. So, okay. Orange or orange. Orange. Just open and shut your hand like this. Orange. Orange juice. Orange juice. Purple. The letter P. Shaken. Just shake the letter P. Purple.
Mm-hmm.
The letter P. Purple. Brown. 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 Next we have green. The letter G, and you shake it. Green. Letter G. Next we have gray. 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 Gray.
All right.
And next we have silver. Silver. The letter S coming up from your ear, like you're having an earring. That's silver. Silver. Just shake the S coming down from your ear. Silver. And next we have either sign. The other sign is silver with the S or this. Okay. Okay. And rainbow. The number 4, hand shape, drawing a rainbow in the sky. You can actually see the rainbow, right? The different colors of the rainbow. Beautiful, beautiful sign. I like that sign. Rainbow. Fish, fish. Rainbow fish. Rainbow fish. Great. Yay for everybody.
Good
job.
stuff, Cecil. Really good stuff tonight. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
I wish we'll see you tomorrow. Coming tomorrow. I got arrived late. First week tomorrow. Will arrive late tomorrow. I'll be late, he says. Okay.
All right, I just want to make one comment tonight about the clarity of the video. If you look around, look at how clear everyone's video is. Listen to how clear the audio is. This is good stuff. This is cutting edge. This is the new audio video platform that's going to take the world by storm. I don't think there's any chance.
What I did, wait, let me bring somebody in. We have Vilash coming back in, Vilash right from India. Okay, so what I did was I clicked on the camera icon. You know where that carrot is, a down facing arrow by the camera icon, and then you see a pop-up and it says camera review. You guys can look at it now if you like. It says camera review, and then you click on the gear, And then you have the options of how clear you want the image to be on this webinar. Low, medium, high, full HD, or ultra HD. So I selected HD. So
Well,
I was wondering, do you think my image is clearer than before, or does it look the same? I guess I should switch to the other one. Let me go to the low and see if it makes a difference. Okay.
well, alrighty. I think that.
Oh, wait. You have to publish the publish button. Okay, so I published. So I think that's low. I'm not sure. Let me switch to high, ultra HD, and I'll click on the publish. Okay, so that's HD. Okay, I'm going to go back again. Now, remember what I look like now. Now this is going to be low. Oh, how come I disappear when it's low? Oh, the camera went off. Oh, everybody froze. Okay, let me try again. I disappeared. Below makes the person disappear. I don't know. Okay, low. Okay, that's low. I look kind of blurry, right? On low, right? Okay, now I'm gonna try the. Now switch to the very other spectrum, Ultra HD. Okay. Is that clearer? Or is it the same? You guys should practice on your own and just see if there's a difference between the low and the Ultra HD.
Looks pretty good to me all the way around, Lynn.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I think it's time maybe for a song. I think we got an upbeat song tonight from Mr. Barilla. Go ahead, John, if that's okay, Lynn.
Yeah.
Bring it, John, bring it.
Okay. Well, it's a love song. I don't know about the beat being up, but it's a beautiful song. And I again, favorites, Stevie Wonder. I don't like to have favorites, but all these folks I mentioned seem to be, well, anyway, he is really up there for me. And it's another one I've mentioned in the past a few times, how I actually can remember certain hits, especially if they're from my younger years and they were a hit. I can actually remember exactly where I was and what I was doing the first time I heard that particular hit. And this is one, well, not this song, but the artist, Stevie Wonder. The very first time I ever heard of him or heard him, I was I went to the swimming pool, not the beach, but swimming pool with a few friends. And I was pretty young. I don't know. I don't know how young I was, but I was maybe early teens, not even sure exactly. But this song was playing on, again, transistor radio. I always say this. I had spent a lot of time listening to the transistor radios back in those days. And the one that I'm thinking of is Superstition. That's not what I'm doing tonight. But what's a Superstition? I'm sorry. Boy, I'm a straighten up, John. Not Superstition. It was the first song I ever heard by Stevie Wonder was Fingertips Part 2, which is his first record. When he was a little boy. That's what I was trying to get to. And there's an interesting fact about. I was at the pool, like I say, listening to transistor radio. There's an interesting fact about this song. That song, as I listened to it that very first time, I heard. And this is odd because I heard somebody speak as the song starts. And if you ever listen to it, give a close listen. You'll hear somebody go, what key, what key? And so what it is one of the musicians, when they recorded the song, and they did it somewhere live, which is where the recording came from. And Stevie Wonder plays, oh my goodness, incredible harmonica in it. But you'll hear as it's starting, so you'll hear all of a sudden, what key, what key? It's a musician yelling to the other musicians, what key are we playing in? Oh, that's true. Yeah. So fun thing about that. But I want to say something else about the song I'm singing tonight. I Just Called to Say I Love You. It's a ballad written, produced, and performed by American R&B singer and songwriter Stevie Wonder. It was a major international hit. and remains Woody, what is wrong with me tonight? It remains Wonder's best-selling single to date, having topped a record 19 charts, #1 on 19 different charts. The song was lead single from the 1984 soundtrack album, The Woman in Red. That was a film back in the day there, Woman in Red, along with 2 other songs by Wonder, and scored #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks from October 13th to 27th, 1984. It also became his 10th #1 on the R&B chart and his 4th on the adult contemporary chart. It spent 3 weeks at the top of both charts and for the same weeks as on the Hot 100. The song also became Wonder's only solo UK #1 success, staying at the top for 6 weeks. In the process, also becoming Motown Records' biggest selling single in the UK, a distinction that is still held as of 2018. May still hold it now, I wouldn't doubt it. In addition, the song won both a Golden Globe and an Academy Award for Best Original Song. The song was also received 3 nominations at the 27th Grammy Awards for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance, Song of the Year, and Best Pop Instrumental Performance. So you can imagine this song, of all the wonderful hits that Stevie Wonder has had, it ranks right up there. It's absolutely one of his greatest hits. And by just what I just read, I think you would agree with me. Okay, so make sure everything's active. Yeah, well, of course, my little sound is not active, and it just went out, but I'll hopefully get it right back for us now here. So anyway, here we go. Come on, buddy. There we go. Now I gotta, oh, man. I'll have it in a second. Okay.
Fine. In the meantime, while you're doing that, I want to say hi to Galleon Moment in the chat. And
yeah.
Hi, Boina Brahmhaya. Hello to Sanju Ajmera. So people keep coming in, new folks. Dev Das is with us. And hello to Guneshwar. Welcome to you. He says, I love ONPASSIVE. Isn't that nice? Ivana Hoserova. She's all over
I'm ready.
Facebook and LinkedIn, all that. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a lot easier when the Bluetooth goes out to get it back than sometimes when my computer freezes up. Here we go. I just called to say I love you. That's the intro. Here we go.
All righty, I think we're going to go around the room one more time, if that's okay with Miss Nakamoto. We'll see. We may end right about on time anyway. Very nice.
We've got 75 here in our webinar tonight. A good turnout.
And 17, that makes 92. Any way you look at it, kids, what a topic tonight, huh? DNA. Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. And I don't know if anybody noticed in the YouTube chat, but Lynn had, or through Chris had posted the lyrics. So everybody was able to see the lyrics. And it was also in the ticker on the OES.
I didn't know whether I could put the whole thing. So I just copied the entire lyrics of the song and I put it in the ticker. So now I know it can be a long ticker. It just keeps going by, you know what I mean? So that's nice to know you don't have to stick with so many characters. It just kept scrolling the whole lyric. Isn't that great?
All right, good stuff. Let's go announcements tomorrow at 12 noon. We've got the ONPASSIVE 360, unless they change the time and day again. But it looks like it'll be tomorrow at noon. And Eastern Daylight Time, or midnight in sunny Singapore and the Asian countries. We'd like to say thank you to Guyana for that super sticker. Guyana, we love you, brother. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. You. And let's see who else we got here that wants to say a few words. If anybody I think it was a good topic tonight. A lot to it. It's not just a simple thing to talk about. And as was that song by John, that's not an easy song just to, mimic the words. I mean, those words were very meaningful. And I don't know if Stevie wrote that song. He might have. But wow.
Could I just say real quickly, he did write it. There was a dispute, though. I can't remember their names, but two other gentlemen that he'd worked with occasionally over the years claimed that they had written the song years before 1984, whenever it came out. It actually went to court, and they found in Stevie Wonder's favor. So what were those two guys trying to pull? Anyway.
Sounds like me. All righty, let's check around the room, see if we've got any other hands. 1 second here as I pull you guys up. And why am I putting, I'll be right back. I'm already here. I'm not going anywhere. Ooh, there we are. Okay, let's see if there's any other hands.
Oh, there's Carmela.
Carmela Schwartz, go ahead, Miss Rose, the Israeli Rose.
I want to say thank you to Joe Barilla. And I want to say we all love you. It's okay. You don't have to call us.
We all love our resident baritone. We appreciate him singing every night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmela. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anybody else want to make a comment before we go? Hey.
We didn't forget about the picture.
We did forget about it till you just brought it up. So let's take a picture.
I love you, everybody. Make the I love you sign, our traditional picture at the end of our show. Diana, I love you, Diana. Diana. Can you hear me, Diana? Okay, you got it.
Here we go. Count of 3. Let's see who else is out here. Puran is here if you want to come on. Patient, Elizabeth Abday, and
love you all. I can open the speaker a little bit right now. Can you hearing me, sir, Rob, sir?
Yeah, we hear you.
You're loud and clear. You come in Lima Chicken.
All right.
All right, on the count of 3, here we go.
1, 2, 3. I love you. Smile.
Love you.
All right, and all righty then. It's been a good, fun night, chock full of information. And thank you to everybody who shared. Go ahead, DL.
Yeah, I just want to give a last condolences to John for his friend from KSU that passed away, and he did great on the song. That's an all-time classic by Stevie. So appreciate you, John. Thanks.
Thank you for that, and thank you for all of your comments tonight, especially the definition of DNA, which I inadvertently left off. So thank you for straightening that out, get things started in the right fashion.
Thank you to all the folks in the webinar chat. Thank you for the folks in the YouTube live chat. Very nice discussion going on there, and a lot of greetings. Thank you to the folks in our Facebook groups that we shared our live stream to, and then LinkedIn and X. We appreciate everyone. Thank you so much.
And we're ending the show, believe it or not, tonight with 95 of you folks here. Thank you.
That's a good turnout.
Not too
shabby. I mean, we've been on for technically from 8 to 10, so 2 hours. People stayed with us. That's awesome. Thank you.
Stay healthy, stay well, stay wise, and stay safe. So, from Ollie Boy to Lynn Nakamoto to Robert Gorman, the Mad Hatter, we say thank you. Thank you for all you guys do for us. And we hope if you got a little bit of value out of tonight, we're all in a good place. So again, thanks.
Thanks, Armin, Shirley, Kim, Alan, Isabel, all making comments in the end of the webinar chat. Thank you. Gurm Malapa is here as well. Thank you, y'all.
Salute to all militaries all over the globe. Salute to all military veterans. Salute to all military reservists. Salute to all first responders. And salute in many ways to you guys. Thank you very much for being here. We love you. And thank you.
Take
From the
care.
bottom of our hearts, as Stevie Wonder said.
Bye to all.
Good night, everybody. And on the count of 3, let's give it a arrivederci, or a good night, or a buenas noches, or
Good night, everybody. Appreciate you.
Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
John.
Good night.
Good night, Rob.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Carmela.
Good night,
Carmela.
Lynn. Love you all.
Good night.